In this video, I will give you a series of security recommendations that we must take into account when interacting with crypto platforms and projects. The first security recommendation is always enter official sites. I am on metamask.io. This is the official site of MetaMask, where I can download this wallet and install it as an extension. It is very important to always make sure you are on an official site. In this case, it is metamask.io, so we avoid falling into phishing pages. These are visually identical pages, but we can recognize them through their address. For example, you could put MetaMask with double S, where we will download a fake MetaMask, which everything we deposit in it will be stolen. In the same way, it will happen with different platforms. In this case, I am in the Woonkly Meta Social Network trial version. We must always verify that we are on official pages. Below in the description, you will find the official links for both Woonkly as well as MetaMask. Another security tip is to never forget your password. You can write it down on a piece of paper and keep it very well, or save it on 1 or 2 USB devices that you use exclusively for this purpose and never connect it to the internet. Another security recommendation is that when downloading and creating or restoring your wallet, you do it completely alone, in private. Also, keep the recovery phrase very well, which is made up of 12 words. These 12 words are used to restore the wallet and be able to access it again, as well as all its content. Anyone who has access to these words will have access to our tokens, so this recovery phrase should never be exposed, shown, or given to anyone. We must save it very well in 1 or 2 USB devices, especially for this function, and not connect them to the internet. We could also copy it on a piece of paper and store it in 2 different residences or places. This recovery phrase will only be used to restore the wallet in case our computer, for example, breaks down, or some other device in which we had our wallet. We will simply restore the same wallet in another device, recovering all our tokens. Other than in this situation, you should never use or expose your recovery phrase. No one should ever ask you for your recovery phrase, no matter if you think it is from support. No one ever, no matter which profile is talking to you, for example in Telegram, you should never reveal or give out your recovery phrase. One more security recommendation is to use cold wallets such as SafePal, Trezor, Ledger, among others. Another recommendation is to disconnect and log out with our wallet after using a platform. In this case, I am connected to the social network. I can see it here in connected sites. To disconnect it, the complete process will be open MetaMask, click on the 3 dots, connected sites, click on this icon, and finally disconnect. I can see that the wallet is no longer connected. To corroborate this, when I go to connected sites, I see that Woonkly, which is the name of my account, is not connected to any site. This is how we disconnect our wallet from all the sites we have connected it to. Once this is done, we can lock the wallet. Another security recommendation is that through MetaMask, we can create several accounts within it. I name it and create it with this button. This is the account I just created. With this icon, I can see the accounts and select them. Woonkly has an address and Test1 has its own address. The security tip is that for the account named Woonkly, I have the recovery phrase that MetaMask gave me when I created it. That recovery phrase restores this address. However, for test 1, I do not have a recovery phrase because I just created it. To back up this address and be able to restore it later, we have to click the 3 dots, select account details. This is a public address and anyone can see it. There is no problem. Now what we have to do is to export the private key. And as its name indicates, this is a key that only I must possess since it is private, and with it I can do the following. Import an account. I go to account details again to export the private key. I must click on this button. It will ask me for my password. Click on confirm to show me the private key. And this key I must copy and save it with the security measures that I have commented on previously. Once copied and saved, I can click on done. This private key will help us to import this wallet or address in another MetaMask, that is, in another device. So if we create several accounts within MetaMask, we must back up and save the private keys of each one of them. These are all the safety recommendations at the moment.